Well, we were just tossing around the original crew here, trying to get it to stand up. This is the plaque of plaques, I think, if you're an original crew fan, because you have the signature of every one of the 7 original stars. It's in a 16 by 16 metal frame, beautifully matted. It is a gorgeous piece, and you would never be able to get it any other way. Call us right now. It's $4.98 QVC price. It's a limited edition. There are only 2,500 of these worldwide, and when they are gone, they are gone. We sold about 600, 700 of them last time around, so there can't be that many left. See 10659.
Now, this is from the movie The Final Frontier.
Right.
Because the ranks that they have are not the ranks that they had in the series.
Commander Sulu.
It's Captain Spock.
Yeah, it's Captain Sulu.
So we have 2 captains, a Commander Uhuru. Right. It's fabulous. As I said before, if you had to go to conventions to get these signatures, it would cost you an inordinate amount of money in plane fares and entrance fees and buying the photo and then getting it framed. I think this is incredible. Plus,
you would, if just going to the StarCons, you would probably never get all 7 signatures in one spot. This is really the Star Trek collectible for the fans of the original series. There is no better way of commemorating your...
It would take you years to get this, yeah.
Plus, it's a beautiful photograph. Yeah. It's the Paramount still from the bridge of the Enterprise in Final Frontier, which is what it's called. This is called the Heroes of the Final Frontier plaque. And it's available now for only $4.98. May seem a lot to you right now, but keep in mind exactly what it is. This is the signature of everybody. You don't have to ever worry.
This is the ultimate collectible, I think, like you said, of the original cast.
It certainly is. Oh, I was going to ask you, we started off, the very first thing we talked about before we came on the air, and I'm just getting to the question now. Since we were talking about your folks, your dad was a tailor, your mom was a dressmaker, which I would have to assume that you were probably handy with a needle, too.
I'm pretty handy with a needle. I sew my own buttons back on,
So do I. You have to if you're an actor.
You do, especially a theater actor. You have to be able to do a lot of things.
Now, the question I have for you is, was there ever any interest in being a costumer? Since that kind of a background. You were talking about Robert Blackman and how well the costumes are made. Did you ever want to do that?
No, I didn't, because I saw how hard it was. My father actually was a gold medal winner at the Taylor and Cutter exhibition in London. So he was and he used to make a lot of clothes for the movies. He, you know, for modern movies. He didn't make costumes like this. But he worked very hard, very long hours, very hard. His eyesight went, you know, because of the close work. So I never really did have, I knew that it was a hard profession. I wasn't interested in going into it. But when I was young, and because money was tight, I did used to make all my own clothes.
Sure. It's a good talent to know.
It's handy.
And you look at all of these uniforms here on this piece right here. I mean, these are not just slapped together uniforms.
Oh, no.
That Klingon uniform I had on, unbelievable. All leather and spandex and unbelievably well put together. Heavy and hot as the dickens, too.
Oh, yeah. We make jokes on the Enterprise that you have to be uncomfortable to be on Star Trek. The costumes sometimes are a tad uncomfortable. I mean, I make jokes about the only thing that I'm looking forward to at the end of Star Trek The Next Generation is being able to breathe out in my tight uniform. Actually, the thing about the dressmaking thing is I can usually tell them what needs to be altered when things are wrong.
Oh, so you know
I say, I think you should take this seam in or do
tuck
that.
Here.
Yeah.
We're going to see Deanna Troi on Deep Space Nine?
I think you might. I think you might see Deanna Troi on Deep Space Nine.
Anything you can tell us about Deep Space Nine? It's such a closed set. I saw the set, but they wouldn't let me go on it.
I don't want to get in trouble with that with my producers, except to say it's not the things I can say. I'm going to tell you what's gone out already, so you may already know this, because I don't want to give too much away to spoil the surprise. It's not a spaceship. Deep Space Nine is a space station. Right.
It's around the Bajor.
That's exactly right. We have a shapeshifter as a regular character. We have a commander this time, not a captain.
Avery Brooks.
Avery Brooks is playing.
Wonderful. He played Hawk on Spencer
That's exactly right. We have a Trill, which we met in an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation.
Will Riker was the host for the Trill.
Exactly.
And Beverly Crusher fell in love with him.
With the Trill.
Right.
He knows his stuff.
I love the show.
A good friend of mine is playing the Trill. Hi, Terry. And there's a lot of... We have a Bajoran. We have, who else do we have? Oh, actually, the person playing Odo the shapeshifter is René Aubergenois, who you'll know from Benson.
That's right.
It's a great show. It's going to have more aliens, I think, than we have.
And it's going to be darker and
grittier.
I've heard sexier too. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of relationships.
You know something? We did an episode that was on this week, which was an episode that I was featured heavily in, called Man of the People. It was a pretty sexy episode. I think it was the most adult episode we've ever shot. And to blow my own trumpet, I think they're going to have to go some to top that.
Okay. These are almost gone. Well over half of our current supply now ordered. 08. C10659, the ultimate Star Trek collectible. Every signature of all of the original crew members is $498, C10659. Well, I don't know.